So at the end of the day, is it really worth the money upgrading to the iPhone 12 Pro Max? I mean, this thing here is going to run you somewhere in Australia around $2,350, something around that. This one is probably going to now sell for around $1,200, $1,300 because it is last year's model. So if you've got to pony up around about $1,000 to get yourself one of these, when you've already got an iPhone 11 Pro Max, a pretty damn good phone in its own right, is it worth the money? Well, let's do a quick unboxing, and in another video, I'm going to do a head-to-head comparison of what you can expect to get if you pony up the cash and you upgrade to the 12. So let's give it a go. Let's rip it open. Let's see what we got. Obviously, we're not going to have a power brick. Everyone knows that. Well done, Apple. But let's just have a look. Well, obviously, one of the first things we know is there is no power brick. Hence the fact that we have a lot less packaging. Well done, I suppose. At least Apple have done a little bit for the environment. But they certainly didn't give us one of those. That's going to run you another $29. And if you want one step further, the MagSafe charger, that's going to run you about $59 as well. So these two things here, $80. Add that to the $2,500, almost $1,000 for one of these. Damn, they're expensive nowadays. But in their defense, I'm not sure they have one charging you this sort of money, but in their defense, look, this is the computer that most people use on a day-to-day basis. You know, you take it to do your banking, it's your camera, it's your video camera, it's your SMS machine, it's your internet device, it's your music player. It does pretty much everything. Nowadays, your life is in one of these things. It makes phone calls. Who knew? So I suppose nowadays they can get away with that sort of money. And it's people like me who are foolish enough to go and buy it. All right, so let's just rip her open and have a look at what's inside. It's an iPhone. It really is not that exciting. All right, well, let's just open up. There is something satisfying about popping open the shrink wrap on a new Apple product, though, I will say. So let's just get rid of that. Off to the side. Nice little graphic. It ain't that exciting. It's what's inside that counts. Let's... Ooh. Nothing exciting in there. Just a little cutout for the camera bump. Oh, and there she is. And I do have my other phone. I'll grab that in a second and I'll show you what that looks like compared to this one. So let's just take it out. A little bit of a covering on the screen. We'll get to that in just a second. So in the box, nothing really exciting. We do have a designed by Apple, blah, blah, blah. We get a sticker. It's $2,500 phone and I get a freaking sticker. Cool. We get our SIM card extractor tool, which we expect. Piece of paper that no one is going to read. And that's kind of it. And of course, we also get a cable, which is Lightning. Really, Apple? Yeah, Lightning on one side, and of course the other side is USB-C. So for those of you with last year's power brick, this side is going to plug into your iPhone wonderfully, and the USB-C side is not. So if you don't have a USB-C power brick, then you, my friend, are going to need to buy one of those, thus defeating Apple's argument in the first place. Look, we've all heard it. Apple, you probably should have given everyone one of these, or at least drop the phone by the appropriate amount, forcing people to buy it anyway. Look, it is what it is. Apple are going to do what they want. But I will say this, when you do purchase a higher powered charger, or power brick if you want to call it that, your phone does charge a lot quicker. So if you do have the old one, get this. You'll be glad you did. But it's annoying to have to buy it in the first place. So there it is. Anyway, let's just give this a quick unboxing as well. Why not? Because I'm tipping that most of you guys who are actually watching this are going to go out and purchase yourself one of these because you're going to want the latest and greatest. I mean, why buy a phone that's $2,300 and whatever dollars and not have a good charger for it? It's just ludicrous. So anyway, let's just rip this box open because we can. My unboxing skills are not going to involve a knife today. I have one, but I'm just not going to use it. Let's just be eager, get this box open, and inside, bloody hell, they make it tight, don't they? Inside we have a standard 20 watt power supply, USB-C on the back end. So that is going to slot in there just nicely. 29 bucks. Anyway, okay, well, that is that. We can get rid of the box. What we really came here for is this piece of machinery. The blue looks nice, doesn't it? It really does. Oh, that's lovely. Last year's model, green. This year's model, blue. We have a slightly different camera setup on the back, but what we really came here for is that experience. And there we go. So let's just grab last year's model, whack it up alongside this and have a look. But one of the first things you will notice if you are an existing iPhone user is we've gone back in time, back to these flat edges. Does look nice. It does feel good in the hand. Now this one here is slightly bigger than last year's model. You're probably not going to notice it. Other people have said it's huge difference. It's 6.7 inch display versus a 6.5. Hardly noticeable, but if you're used to a big phone, you're going to love this. If you're not used to a big phone, I think you're going to love this. Unless, of course, you've got small hands or small pockets, or not deep pockets, because it is more expensive. All right, so let's grab the other model. Let's compare them side by side, and you decide, guys. Look, if you want the latest and greatest, you're looking at it. All right, now, admittedly, this is my old phone. It's got quite a few smudges on it. We'll forgive that, but up against this one here, which, by the way, I've now been manhandling for about 30 seconds, and the reports are exactly as you'd expect. On the side here, it is a huge fridge. I was going to say fridge magnet. It's not a fridge magnet. Well, it could be with MagSafe. It's a fingerprint magnet. You can certainly see all the marks all up the side, and that's just from a couple of seconds of holding this thing. Anyway, so here they are side by side. So we can see that the new one on the right here is just a couple of mil taller. As far as the width goes, they're roughly the same. There's really not a lot of difference. Thickness, very, very similar. Obviously, we've got the rounded edges here on last year's model. We've got the flatter edge here on this year's model, green, blue. But at the end of the day, this is the new one. This is the one we all came here for. This is the one we've upgraded to. Is it worth it? Well, you're about to find out in the next video. But that's been the unboxing. There's nothing very exciting about it. It's a phone like last year's model. The only difference is you don't get that power brick, which you are most likely going to buy. But before I do sign off here, let's just open up the MagSafe charger, because you're probably going to buy it. It's this year's model. And who wants to plug things in its butt now? We're not interested. So we're going to all purchase one of these. Do ourselves a favor. Again, rubbish. You can read that if you really want to. I would guarantee 99%, I just made that statistic up, are not going to read this. I'm not going to read that. Not interested. Probably contains important safety information. Okay. In here, that's what we came here for. $59 for basically bugger all. But hey, it's going to be cool to charge this device at full speed. So let's just rip it open because we can, and we will. Alrighty. This, unlike everything else, of course, there you go. It's got a attached USB-C connector. Now that's great. But again, does not come with a power brick. Well done, Apple. So of course, our power brick that we purchased is now going to come in handy. 29 bucks, $59, and now we have a power solution for our phone. And there it is. So one cool thing about this, of course, is now that if you're lying in bed or sitting at your desk and you need to charge your phone, you can still pick it up, have the charger attached. It's still going to do its thing, you know, and it does have quite a decent connection here. So, I mean, it's going to take a little bit of a tug just to pull that thing off there. And there you go. You can feel it kind of, well, it's obviously magnetic, hence MagSafe, but it sort of just slaps into place. Probably scratching up the back now, but hey, first world problems. Oh, one other thing, a case. Had to get a phone, couldn't not have a case. So let's just quickly crack this open. This one here is the see-through case with the MagSafe connector on it. Now, I gotta admit, I saw this and I thought it's pretty ugly, the big white ring around it, but hey, I needed something, and mind you, it does give me the ability to show off the back of the case for what it's worth. So opening that up, that is hard plastic, sadly. I'm so used to, actually, is it? Oh no, it is. It sort of feels a cross between a gel case and a hard case. So that's my old gel case, which of course is now discolored and you can bend it, and this one is certainly not like that. So let's give that a whack inside there. It's a bit ugly, but look, it'll do the job, I suppose. So there we go. For what it's worth, it's the best Apple has to offer at the moment. Now, Apple do have another charger coming out soon, which will have a connection like this, and on the other side, another connection for your Apple Watch. So if you're an Apple Watch user like I am, then that's going to be pretty cool. Although the price tag on it at the moment is listed on the website, 199 bucks. They're having a laugh. That is an absolute rip-off. But hey, you pay an Apple tax if you want Apple products. Them are the rules. I don't make them. So there you go, the new iPhone 12 Pro Max with MagSafe charger, which it does not come with, of course, with power brick, which it does not come with, of course. That's the new phone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. We will do lots more videos. So hit the like button, blah, 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 blah. See you next time.